Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our co-main event of the evening. Are you ready? All right, then help me welcome right now into the blue corner from Livingston, California, Ysidro Gutierrez.
Time for part one of our double main event. Ysidro Gutierrez making his way to the cage. Let's hear from Gutierrez.
So my name is Ysidro Gutierrez. My record is 5-5. My hometown is Livingston, California. My teams are Crossroads Boxing and Team Pain. This camp is unique because, obviously I just came from a loss, so I don't want to lose again. So I've been pressuring myself harder and working a lot more on my, my striking and my ground game, on everything, My inspiration going to this fight, it's feeding my kid, He's gonna turn 3 here in the 22nd, so this is why I'm here to make money for him. My strengths as a fighter is definitely my cardio and my willing to not stop and die in there. That's my strength.
Ysidro wants a big victory for himself and his son as we take a look at the keys to victory.
Well, for Ysidro Gutierrez, he's obviously wanting to use his height and keep his adversary, Minasyan, at the end of his punches. And how do you do that? Well, you work off the jab and also, use different strategies when it comes to striking. Don't just use the jab, but use kicks and mix that in as well as a part of your striking artillery.
Ysidro Gutierrez.
And certainly range could be the ally of Gutierrez because we know that Ysidro Minasyan is an absolute spark plug. And let's meet him now.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the red corner from Irvine, California. It's time for Ysidro Minasyan.
Ysidro Minasyan, a battle-tested veteran, and a whole lot of fanfare here for his entrance. He really wanted to illustrate the importance of unity and the world coming together in these divisive times.
Yeah, I spoke to Ysidro about this before the fight, and he explained to me, he's like, we're not countries, we're a world. We're all one. We all have the same blood. Interesting words from a guy who's about to step inside the cage and throw hands.
And how fitting is it, guys, that one day before the start of the World Cup that brings the world together, we have this collection of flags, as Minasyan is very big on bringing everyone together, as he will be over the next month when it comes to a different sport.
Absolutely, the World Cup. And let's talk about Minasyan. 4 consecutive victories over the likes of Marcus Bonilla and Spike Carlisle, a veteran of the UFC and Bellator. Here's Minasyan. Let's hear from Ysidro.
My name is Ysidro Minasyan, introducing all fighters and warriors all around the world. I was dreaming about becoming the fighter, and this was something I couldn't control. The most of I prefer in the striking game, so punching, getting punched back, kicking. So this is my where I feel comfortable most of the time. I never did this for glory or for my pride. It's just my nature. But how we can show the young generation, boys, I'm talking about boys, how to be man, how to be fighter, how we be warriors, right? It's not about punch the people. It's not about hurt anyone. It's not about violence. It's about art.
Let's talk keys to victory for the veteran Ysidro Minasyan.
Yeah, for Ysidro Minasyan, he's going to have to stay active early and often. He's got to keep moving forward, use his heavy hands, change levels, keep up the pressure. Don't let his opponent get comfortable. And for more important for Minasyan, after a 3-year layoff, he's got to shake off that ring rust early.
We'll see if he can do just that as we take a look at how these two match up with the tail of the tape.
You see Ysidro Minasyan just an inch shorter than his opponent, but I assume he's giving up a little bit of reach. Both these guys coming out of different camps. Minasyan coming out of Oyama and Gutierrez out of Team Pain. I expect a lot of pain inside the cage tonight.
Well, and quickly, guys, gaming odds, despite Minasyan having a 3-year layoff, he's the favorite, -185. The underdog, Gutierrez, at +150.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, UpNext Fighting Promotions in association with Bash Entertainment presents our co-main featured bout. 3 rounds of lightweight MMA action sponsored by Argos. Should it go the distance, the judges are Frank Trigg, Chris Crail, and Elliot Kelly. Let's go! First in the blue corner wearing black. At an official weight of 155.2, he stands 5'8", age 31, fighting out of Team Pain, with an even record of 5 wins and 5 losses. From Livingston, California, welcome, Ysidro Gutierrez! And across the cage in the red corner, he's wearing black with multicolor. He lit the scales at 156. He stands 5'7", age 35, representing Team Oyama, with a record of 12-11. From Irvine, California, I give you Ysidro Minasyan!
Stage is set for our co-main event.
Your referee for tonight's fight, Mylan Ayers.
All right, guys, we went over the rules. Protect yourselves at all times. Follow my directions at all times. If you want to touch them up, do it now. Go back to your corners.
Good sportsmanship there. Ysidro Gutierrez comes in with a 500 record, 5-5. Has a fight inside the Bellator cage as well, but a huge experience edge to the veteran Ysidro Minasyan. Great to see him back inside the cage.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that Ysidro said his biggest strength is his cardio because, you know, we've seen Minasyan before, and that's also one of his strengths. He is a cardio machine who does not get tired.
Minasyan, the early fights in his career in Siberia, in Russia. You know you got to be tough if you're doing that. And both fighters have knockout power. Minasyan 4 knockouts to 2 knockout victories of Gutierrez. Both Gutierrez has never finished a fight by submission. Submission victory for Minasyan. Minasyan's got heavy hands.
Yeah, he does, and he loves to crack the body too. His body shot against Marcos Bonilla, I can still feel.
And Ray, Minasyan very tough as well. With his experience, he's only been finished by knockout 1 time.
Well, also, too, it's interesting to see how he responds from being away from competition for over 3 years. He's the favorite for a reason. He has won 4 straight, so obviously confidence shouldn't be an issue. But for Gutierrez, you heard the sense of urgency in his voice. Losing 2 in a row, he goes, I'm doing this for my son. So obviously he's coming out with more of a sense of urgency to try to make a statement.
Well, and Minasyan was trying to make a statement with that entrance, and we heard in his interview he really wants to be a role model for the next generation. Do things the right way. Work hard, earn respect.
Ysidro doing nice work here on the inside, working in the clinch.
Yeah, Ysidro is throwing some knees to the inside thigh of Ysidro. You can hear in the background a chant going out for Ysidro. So well respected in this area. He's had so many great fights in Southern California.
And you know, you talk about nicknames that fighters have. Ysidro is the perfect nickname for him. He's an absolute Wolverine, and for those that don't know, that's what the word Ysidro means. It means Wolverine. He's short, he's scrappy, and he is vicious, boys.
Both guys jostling for position here.
Yeah, they are, and Ysidro now again has Ysidro up against the cage, and he's been throwing these pestering knees to the thighs, and over time, those will put some deposits in the pain bank.
It's almost like a Colin Edward tie-up right now that we just saw moments ago, guys.
I was going to say, they are locked up awfully high. It'd be interesting to see if one of these two attempt to change levels at some point. I think maybe being warned about holding the cage.
Defense.
Yeah. By veteran official Mylan Ayers.
If you're Gutierrez, like, all right, hey, I got caught. I mean, it's veteran-like tactics that, you know, you don't want to break the rules, but, you know, it doesn't hurt every once in a while to bend them a little bit.
Well, you know what Ric Flair says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Exactly.
Well, I don't quite think that Ysidro Gutierrez, rather, is the dirtiest player in the game. Woo!
for the pleasantries. We saw them both unload on each other. A body kick by Gutierrez, overhand right by Minasyan.
Talked about changing levels. Gutierrez tried to do just that to no avail. Oh, look at this.
Oh, he kicked him when he was down.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's going to be a horrible finish if that's the way it ends.
It might put an end to this thing. You know, we made all these pro wrestling references, and Gulo, in essence, executed a scoop body slam.
Well, then again, was soccer kick full steam, guys.
Oh my gosh, let's take a look back at it. Here you see it, and Gulo, you'll see, gets the high crotch, turns him up and over, and oh my gosh, what was he thinking?
That was horrible.
You know what? Just to play devil's advocate here, it seemed like Minasyan was trying to time Gutierrez coming up to his feet because he was trying to get up and he was trying to time him. Unfortunately, the kick landed a split second before as one of the knees of Gutierrez was on the ground.
Yeah, well, he jumped way off sides on that one. And hopefully, I'm hoping this fight will continue. Obviously, Chilo Gutierrez will be given time to recover, 5 minutes, and some members of the crowd imploring for the official to take a point. Let's take another look at it here, and we'll see if maybe that's exactly what Gulo was thinking, trying to time that follow-up kick.
Beautiful takedown, but then bam. Yeah.
And again, he's been away from the cage for 3 years, not to defend him, but again, your timing's off. You need to be able to have actual in-cage competition, and I think it significantly affected Minasyan, and that kick was obviously very tough and unfortunate.
It certainly affected Chilo Gutierrez. Official having a strong talking to with these two. They touch gloves, and it looks like we are going to fight on here at UpNext. So, credit to the toughness there of Chilo Gutierrez.
Yeah, he took that flush too. That was a vicious kick.
Yeah, you could hear it echo off the walls. The Commerce Casino venue here.
Oh, Gulo. Oh, yeah! Big right hand! Oh, that's gonna be it!
Gulo caught him with that shot and just stood back as a walk-off knockout by Gulo Minasyan. You just hate to see it marred with some moniker of controversy after what we saw before. Let's take a look back at this huge knockout.
Oh, my Lord, right on the button. Big right hand rattles the chin of Chilo. And Gulo Minasyan with a tremendous first round knockout.
I got to give credit to Minasyan for this time holding up, because he could have easily gone in and done more damage because the referee didn't immediately jump in. He held back. He saw that the issue wasn't in doubt, and he pretty much walked it off as to say, look, you need to stop this.
Absolutely, you know, showing respect for his opponent, Chilo Gonzalez, but certainly respecting his power. He knew how hard he hit Gutierrez. He knew he had him. He had him dead to rights, and man, what a one-hitter quitter there, Jonathan.
Yeah, that was a huge right hand from Minasyan. Right on the temple. My Lord.
Well, I guess he was able to ward off any rust, as we're going to take a look back at some of the action, and it got awfully wild in this fight. You know, early on, Gutierrez had some success with the knees. There you see that big scoop and a slam,
And
the foul.
Yeah. But you know, here he comes, left hand, right hand on the button. Woo! Good night, sweet baby James. Tremendous knockout for Gulo Minasyan. That would have knocked out a rhinoceros, Todd.
Well, we talked about just how heavy the hands are of Gulo, and that will add on another knockout victory, bringing his knockout victories to 5 of his now 13 wins, and expands that winning record here against Chilo Gutierrez, who you got to give Gutierrez credit, you know, was game to continue to fight after that foul. We don't know how badly he was hurt, but he walked right into a nasty, nasty right-hand cannon job.
He certainly did. He got absolutely cracked.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for these warriors. Let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, This fight comes to an end at 3 minutes, 28 seconds of round 1. Your winner by knockout in the red corner, Ysidro Minasyan. And presenting him with his trophy, George Basmasian. Once again, congratulations to your winner, Ysidro Minasyan. And also, please, a round of applause for his opponent, Ysidro Gutierrez.
Some words between the two fighters, and burying the hatchet, and perhaps Ysidro explaining himself a little bit on that foul, and certainly did the work following up, did Ysidro Minasyan. Ray Flores standing by.
All right, we are joined alongside by the victorious Ysidro Minasyan. Ysidro, you and your opponent, Ysidro Gutierrez, just were talking in the corner. What did you guys say to each other?
Honestly, I just say I apologize for the kick I did. I tried to explain to him I didn't mean to kick his head. I did it for purpose, but I did for body.
Were you trying to time him because it seemed like his knees were coming up? Were you just a little bit quicker to be able to land that kick?
No, it's not about that. It was like, I've done this many times. It's poor kick to the body. It's heavy kick, to be honest, but sometimes it can slide. And that's what happened probably, and I apologize in front of my opponent.
Talk to us about the finish of the fight, a devastating overhand right. What did you see that created the opening?
I was trying to time in him because I never fight with this guy, I never watch his fights. I was trying to understand his distance, his tempo. That's why the first minute I was pretty much calm, just watching what these guys do. And as soon as I noticed what he's like trying to load in me, I just time out that, pretty much.
You've been away from the cage for over 3 years. How good does this feel with the victory?
Honestly, I was trying to move first round. This was my plan, just fill the cage. I was missing this cage so much, so badly. I was trying to enjoy the process, no matter win or lose, it's the second part. So, yeah, but it is what it is.
Congratulations, Ysidro Minasyan is back, ladies and gentlemen, a first round knockout. Todd, back to you.
Thank you, Ray, and Minasyan explaining just how badly he has missed the cage, and we've missed seeing him. Good to see Ysidro back in winning fashion.